the holder of the Triforce of Power. This week's character breakdown is Ganondorf, and while Ganon is the main antagonist of the Legend of Zelda franchise, who made his first appearance in The Legend of Zelda in 1986, he didn't appear in his human Gerudo form Ganondorf until Ocarina of Time in 1998. And some fun facts about the Dark Beast. Ganondorf is weak to holy or divine weapons which bypass his Triforce of Power. Due to Ganondorf's millennia of experience, he is known to be a great tactician with high intellect, and Ganondorf stands at a whopping 7 foot 6 inches tall. What is up, YouTube? I'm Choctopus. This week's character breakdown is Ganondorf, the great king of evil. I notice we have a nice little streak of villains going on right now, and I like it. But remember, this is a weekly series, so if there's a character you want to see specifically, let me know who it is in the comments section below. So the mindset that I have when I play Ganondorf is less is more, because Ganondorf is a very, very slow, heavy character, but he is very powerful. He has a lot of ending lag and high frames on his attacks, so they're easily punishable. So when you're playing Ganondorf, you want to make sure that you make every hit count, because, like I said, he can KO in 3 or 4 hits if you time them right. Where Ganondorf really struggles are against characters that are fast and characters that have a lot of projectiles. But if you can close the gap and you can be patient, he's very deadly. So if you're playing against a Link, for example, and Link is spamming arrows and bombs and boomerangs, dodge as many of them as you can, quick shield as many of them as you can. You really don't want to hold on to the shield with Ganondorf, because if it does break, you're in trouble. So try to quick shield as much as you can and try to dodge them. And if you can find a way in there, only a couple hits, and you'll be able to get an easy KO. Ganondorf's neutrals are pretty simple. You have his neutral attack, which is this palm thrust. It's nothing fancy, it's no rapid jab, there's no combo, but it is pretty strong, does about 13% damage, and has a good knockback. Now, it's a good option out of shielding. If you have someone that's on top of you or chasing you, you can kind of just use his neutral attack to knock back, and it's pretty good. Then you have Ganondorf's dash attack, which is the shoulder charge, and it's a good one because it has a long-lasting hitbox, so you're going to want to use it often, but be careful when you're using it, because if dodged, it's easily punished. It's also really strong, so lighter characters, you'll be able to pick up a KO at later percentages, but a couple things you're going to want to keep in mind: that if you have someone that's constantly teching and rolling out of your flame choke, you can actually follow up from the flame choke with a dash attack. Another good thing to keep in mind, that if you use your dash attack and you hit them late, you're going to end up going through your opponent, and right there, I ended up on the opposite side of Bowser. Whereas if you hit them earlier, you'll end up in front of them, and then you can combo into something like a neutral attack, or you can combo into a forward tilt or even a down tilt. So there's different things you could do with it. Ganondorf has some of the most powerful smash attacks in the game, but like I said earlier, they are very slow and easily punishable if you miss. Now, his forward smash is this downward sword thrust. It covers a lot of range. It's not bad as an anti-air attack. Also, it will hit a little bit behind him, and I think it goes below the stage as well, so you might be able to catch someone as they're recovering. But for a super heavyweight like Bowser, this thing will kill around 80%. And his forward smash is the slowest of the 3, but another quick note, that if you manage to catch someone's shield, it will half-health the shield. Next up, we have Ganondorf's up smash, which is this overhead sword swing. It's slightly faster than his forward smash, but this thing is amazing because it covers Ganondorf completely from front to back. It's good as an anti-air. It doesn't kill as low as his forward smash, but around 108 on Bowser, who's a heavyweight, that thing's going to send him flying. Also, the up smash is slightly weaker than the forward smash, but it is also a very good kill option. It's also important to note that if you hit, I didn't work there, but if you hit them with the arm as opposed to the sword, so let's see if we can do it now. Nope, come on. He actually has a very good hitbox, so there we go. It did 25% damage because we hit them with the arm as opposed to the sword. So it's going to deal less damage. It won't kill as low as the forward smash, but it will also half your opponent's shield, so it's another good option. Like I said, very good for using for overhead. If you're trying to catch someone recovering, or if they catch the ledge and they're trying to go over you, hit them with an up smash and send them packing. Last, we have Ganondorf's down smash, which is this sword sweep. Now, it hits twice, so if you catch them in the front, it'll bring it to the back. But you can actually DI out of the first attack, which will make the second attack miss. But a heavyweight like Bowser, if you catch them at the end of the stage and you get them with both attacks, it's going to KO around 80%, and even lower for lighter characters. It's a good attack for characters that are rolling because it's going to hit twice, and you'll be able to sweep them if you don't know what side they're going to be on. Also, it's a pretty good option for ledge guarding because it'll reach off the stage. Next up, we have Ganondorf's special attacks. His neutral special is his Warlock Punch. This thing is insane, and there's more to it than you think. It's not just a crazy strong punch. I mean, yes, it is a crazy strong punch, and this will definitely kill Bowser at 80%, but there's some important things to note. It does more damage if you do the 180 pivot. So if you hit B, and then you end up doing, can we pivot? There we go. And you end up pivoting, it'll deal more damage. So right off the bat, it deals 36%, but if you pivot, I think it's somewhere around 44%, so it's stronger if you do the 180 as opposed to if you use it by itself. Now, another thing to note is it'll deal even more damage if you use it in the air. Now, I don't think I could get the amount of air that we need to use it as an aerial attack here. You know, you would have to do it somewhere where there's platforms because Ganondorf falls pretty quickly, but you can actually stack 180 with the aerial bonus, and it'll deal almost enough to be a one-hit KO, if not a one-hit KO. Like I said, this attack does have super armor. However, if you use it in the air, you will not have super armor. It only has super armor if it's on the ground. Even if you use it in the air and then you land, it does not have super armor properties. Side B is Ganondorf's Flame Choke. I love this attack because it's a great gap closer. You're going to struggle against projectiles because he can't go through them and it doesn't have any super armor, so you want to be careful there. But if you can catch someone with your Flame Choke, it sets up really well into neutral or tilt combos. So if I catch Bowser, I can go right into a down tilt, I can go into a forward tilt, or I can go into a neutral attack, which is nice. Now, Bowser's heavy, so it's not going to kill him here, but lighter weight characters, towards the end of the stage, you might be able to kill with a Flame Choke right into a forward tilt and just kind of punt them off. This thing doesn't have the best horizontal recovery, but you can actually catch someone as you're coming back, and then you can get them with the old Ganon side. Now, unfortunately, you're going to die before your opponents, so you don't want to try and lead with that. But if you're up a stock and you're trying to recover, and you see someone trying to chase you, and you can catch them with a Ganon side, go for it. And like I said, it's a good combo starter because you go right into a forward tilt or down tilt or different things, but I don't know if it's every single character, but some characters can definitely DI out of it, so it makes it a little harder. But worst case scenario, it has good priority, and you're dealing 15% damage. Ganondorf's down B is his Wizard's Foot, which is this downward diagonal kick. You could also use it on the ground, and it'll travel forward similar to his side B, but definitely faster, and it'll travel a further distance. Now, I don't like to use it in the air as much, because it has a ton of landing lag, so if you miss, you're going to get punished big time. But if you notice someone coming up to try and juggle you, it's a good option to come down because you might be able to counter it and get a quick kill. But I prefer to use it on the ground because it comes out pretty quick. It has much less landing lag on the ground, and it also has good knockback. Not to mention, you might be able to pick up a kill with it here too. Last of Ganondorf's special attacks, you have his Up B, which is this dark dive where he'll grab and electrocute his enemy and then knock them backward. It's important to know that a shield cannot block this. So if your opponent is shielding and you use Up B, it's going to grab them regardless. Now, as far as a recovery goes, it's not great. It's probably the best that he has. I mean, you have his side B, which is a decent recovery horizontally, but this will get upward and horizontal recovery, so it's a little better. But I wouldn't use this too much off the stage and outside of recovery because it's not the best attack. I mean, you can use it against someone that's shielding if you just want to go for it, but I think Ganondorf's kit is just way better, and he has so much more to offer than to ever really use this outside of recovery. Next up, we have Ganondorf's tilts, and his tilts are really good, and they're critical to playing him. You have his forward tilt, which is this forward kick. Now, ironically, the range isn't as good as his neutral attack. His neutral attack will reach slightly further, and it's funny because he's using his arm as opposed to his leg, so you think it would be further, but his forward tilt is this horizontal kick, which has really good horizontal knockback. You want to use it right out of your side B, especially against characters that have very, very bad horizontal recovery. So against somebody like Little Mac, it's perfect because you can just grab them, and if you could get a forward tilt, or if you get a forward tilt by itself, just punt them off the stage and they're not coming back. Next up, we have Ganondorf's down tilt, which is this floor kick. Now, this is another good option. It comes out really quick, so you can use it out of his flame choke. If you catch them with the toe, it'll have more vertical pop, as opposed to if you're right on top of them, it'll have more horizontal knockback. The last of Ganondorf's tilts is his up tilt, which is the iconic volcano kick. This thing has a ton of lag, but it's justified because it is the strongest tilt in the game. It's a really good edge guarding tool because you can catch someone as they're recovering, you can catch someone on the edge. This thing will massacre shields, and it also has some vacuum properties, so if you saw there, it will actually pull Bowser closer in. Next up, we're going to talk about Ganondorf's air attacks, and this is probably one of the most important sections because you wouldn't think it, but Ganondorf is an absolute monster in the air. For a couple of reasons. One being his air attacks are strong. Two, that he has very, very little landing lag on all of them. And three, that his attacks come out so quickly. First up, we have Ganondorf's neutral air, which is this multi-kick attack. It's a good attack because it comes out really quickly. It has some good knockback for spacing. You could fast fall out of it, and it has a lingering hitbox, so you can catch your opponents with one of the two kicks. Then you have his down air, which is this stomp, and this thing is by far the best and strongest stomp in the game. It will spike really low, and if you get your opponent off the stage and you catch them with it, they're finished. But at lower percentages, you might be able to combo into a forward tilt or into a neutral air. I mean, it's tougher to combo with Ganondorf at higher percentages because everything deals massive amounts of damage and knocks back, but at low percentages, you might be able to, like I said, do some quick tilts or some neutral attacks out of it. Then you have Ganondorf's up air, which is this flash kick. It's really good out of an up throw, and you can actually choose where you want them to go, I guess depending on when you hit them in the animation or how close you are to them. So if you throw them up, and you're more on top of them, you're going to knock them in front of you, whereas if you catch them with just the toe of the attack, you can knock them behind you. Ganondorf's forward air is this downward punch, and I like this one a lot. I use it a lot because you can short hop into it, you can fast fall out of it. It has some pretty good range because it'll cover in front of Ganondorf as well as a little bit below him. It's really good to combo out of a dash attack at lower to mid percentages because you can dash right into it. I also like to use it when I chase off the stage if I don't want to spike. So if I catch Bowser with a flame choke and I punch him off the stage, come on, get off the stage, Bowser, I can follow up with a forward air, and then I can easily get back to the stage. So it comes out really quick. It's a good option if you're looking to chase, and even on the stage, it's good. Last up, we have his back air, which is this back fist. It's stronger than his forward air, so you can pick up kills a little earlier. It's also really good if you're hanging on the edge of the stage and someone's trying to recover. You catch them with a quick back fist, and you can get back on the stage. Now, as far as using it on the stage, if someone's ducking, the hitbox isn't as good because it comes more straight out as opposed to down. So I don't know about using it in place of forward air if someone's if you're playing against a smaller character like Jigglypuff or Duck Hunt or someone that's shorter, you might not be able to hit them with it. So I would stick to using forward air, but it's definitely not a bad option if you're on the stage and someone's approaching and you want to try and knock them back. Last but not least, we have Ganondorf's throws. You have his back throw, you have his forward throw, you have his up throw, which combos really well into a up air, and then you have a down throw, which at low percentages combos really nicely into a forward air. That's probably one of my favorite combos to do with him, but honestly, his grab doesn't have the best range, so it's tough to do. Not to mention, the lag on it it's pretty high, so be careful using his grabs. If you could pull it off, I like to do down throw into forward air, or you could do, like I said, up throw into up air. So that's it for Ganondorf's breakdown, the Prince of Darkness. I played a lot of Ganondorf in Smash 4, and I'm really enjoying playing him in Ultimate. Just, you have to be patient when playing him because he is very slow, and he is very easily punished by faster characters and characters with more projectiles. But, like I said, if you could get in there and you could link a couple attacks, he is very strong. But thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button, go forth, stomp out your enemies with Ganondorf, get some W's, but remember, this is a weekly series, so if there's a character you want to see next week, let me know who it is in the comments section below. I do stream a couple times a week if you want to go check me out on Twitch. I'm on Twitter as well if you want to tweet at me if you have any more questions, or if you just want my daily, day-to-day thoughts, you can go follow me there. Links in the description below. We also have a Discord server that is growing pretty quickly, so if you want to come join it, be a part of the community, we'd love to have you. But thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. Don't forget to sub if you're new to the channel, and we will catch you in the next one. Later.